That's Mason. I'm going to be able to handle this. I can do the right thing. I know I can.
Where is she?
Who?
The poor soul we are losing to heaven.
You must have the wrong house.
No, you don't, Father. I'm the poor soul.
You are dying?
Yes, I am, Father.
Why are you doing this?
Father, won't you please come in? This is my sister.
Hello. My dear, you hardly appear to be...
Oh, I know you're just trying to be kind, but it's any time now. And, you see, I couldn't sleep until I resolved where I was going to leave my fortune.
Your fortune? That's why you called me over here?
Yes. See, I was going to leave my money to my favorite politician, but he turned out to be a terrible womanizer.
A great deal of that going around.
Oh, yes, and I certainly don't approve of that. So I thought what my options were, and I decided the church would be a wonderful alternative.
You would certainly leave this earthly life knowing that whatever monetary holdings you had were going to a very good cause.
That's exactly what I thought.
Well, now, if you would like to arrange...
But then it occurred to me that even though priests are very holy, that they also are men.
I can't argue that.
And I thought to myself, well, if this politician that I so revered could betray his wife with a beautiful young woman, couldn't a priest do the same thing to the church for the same reason?
Oh, Madam, I can personally assure you that
I'm not questioning your devotion at all. But you see, the church in Santa Barbara has some very young priests with certain physical drives that might be very difficult for them to resist.
I am not quite sure what it is you are asking of me.
I was just wondering what might happen to a priest if he did break his vow of celibacy.
The church is not run like the American political system. An indiscretion such as you describe would not be taken lightly.
Well, Father, this is a very important question for me since it's my last request. What exactly might happen to this priest in question?
You know such a man?
No, of course not. No, it's just conjecture. And then I can rest in the knowledge that my money is in good hands.
Well, the penalty for breaking the vow of celibacy could be banishment to a faraway, isolated parish. The priest could also be barred from ascending to a higher position in the church, and quite possibly be denied his right to perform priestly duties.
That bad?
Oh, yes. And now, if you would like to discuss the...
Yes, I would. I certainly would. But I think I'll wait till I'm a little closer to death's door.
But I was under the impression...
Oh, you answered my question. You really did. I am so grateful to you for coming by. I will be in touch with you. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Good night.
Good night.
Buenas noches. I can't believe you just did that.
So, come 12 bells, Julia's going to be on your doorstep with those memos in her hot little hand.
Wait a minute. What have you got that guarantees Julia's going to show up here?
If she doesn't, then the whole world's going to know about her and the philandering Father Michael.
Father Michael? Are you saying that he and Julia...
I know exactly what you have to do. I'm not even going to talk to you for that embarrassing stunt you pulled. I am not the least embarrassed. At least you found out what you had to know. Now, I think you have to go to Michael and tell him Mason's blackmailing you.
I can't do that.
Julia, the man is just as involved in this as you are.
That isn't the case.
I'm sure Michael knew when he took off his collar and everything else what his...
Will you stop it? I'm not going to do it, okay? I'm not going to do it because I know what he'll do. That's why. He will step down from the church in order to protect me, and I'm not going to let it happen.
Julia, if that's what the man feels he has to do, then let him do that.
What about the neighborhood? People, the spirit that they have because of the chapel that he built there, not to mention the children's program that he started and his work with alcoholics.
You don't know that Michael's going to resign.
The padre just said that they're going to ship him off somewhere. The parishioners are going to lose him anyway.
What about your career? What about you? What about the people who lost family because of Cece's negligence?
I don't
turn your
have
back on
an answer
them.
for that. I don't have answers for
you better
everything.
come up with something because there's very little time left.
I know that.
Julia, you have to stay with your goals. I don't care what threat Mason holds over you. You've got to stick to your principles and follow through with this case.
Augusta, don't talk to me about principles. Because that's not what you're talking about. You don't care about the principals or the people that are suffering. You just want C.C. in jail because you hate him, so your tactics aren't any better than Mason's.
How dare you? That is not the case. I'll go look in on my niece. You have things to think about.
Why, Julia, what a pleasant surprise. What brings you here this time of night? Oh, you seem upset. What could it be?
Hi there.
May I talk to you alone, please?
Well, we have no secrets.
That's right, not a one. But I've got to hand it to you, Julia. I never thought anybody could knock Father Michael down off the altar and get him in between the sheets. I don't know how you managed it. And what he saw in you certainly escapes me. I guess it must be like those whistles only dogs can hear.
Are you finished?
Finished? Oh, no, I've just started. You always treated me like I was such a lowlife, Julia. And it turns out you're lower than anybody bedding down a priest. You know, I've sunk pretty low in my life. But I never did anything like that. You were always so condescending towards me. Well, not anymore. I certainly never slept with any priest. And not only did you stoop as low as that, now you're here begging for Mason to help you out. Well, I've had it with your attitude. I'm not going to take it anymore. You're exactly what I thought you were. As a matter of fact, you're even lower, and I'm glad I got a chance to rub your nose in it.
Why don't we hear exactly what she's got to say?
The memos are in the basement. They're in a vault, the basement in the museum, and the guards will be called off in 2 hours. It will be all right then for you to go in and sneak in and take them. This is as far as I will go. And you better keep your end of the bargain.
Yeah! We are home free. 10 million is just the beginning.
Okay, if the DA says it's all right. Besides, I can't wait to get home. My bursitis has been kicking up something fierce.
Oh, well, try some ice. I find that cold is very good for bursitis. Good night. Done. Now, we've already told the midnight staff that they shouldn't show up, so now Mason can go about his pretty little deed without any interference, and then later on, when the guards say they got a call from your personal assistant, you can always deny that you had a personal assistant. It'll look like the thief had complete control of the plot.
Great. Thanks.
Well, don't look so thrilled.
In an hour or so, any evidence in the case against Cece is going to be in Mason's hands. And Michael will be completely saved from disgrace. I wonder if it's possible to hate myself any more than I do at this moment.
Do you want to call the whole thing off?
No. I'm just going to live with it.
I'm just sorry that snake Cece didn't get what he deserved, but I know you'd hate yourself even more if you ruined Michael's career.
It wouldn't have ruined his career. It would have just destroyed something that was important to him.
Would it have been so important to him if he knew it was at your expense?
He's never going to find that out, because I'm never going to tell him, and neither are you. I had to make a choice between my ideals and a friend, and I chose friendship.
Friendship or love? There, I said it.
Augusta.
Julia, I know you've told me, and I'm sure you believe that you just have a platonic relationship with Michael, but don't you think you might be fooling yourself just a little bit?